as like one of our clients, his name's Ed, amazing guy. He was going to the emergency room. I'm having a heart attack. They said, no, honey, that's a panic attack. And he came to us, worked with Lori for several weeks, like 20 sessions of neurofeedback. And at the end of that, he's like, oh, no more panic attacks. Thank you, Lori. Epic win, right? And then we were introduced to this technology, the Super Patch, and we invited Ed over to an open house. And Lori said, hey, I want to try something with you, Ed. And she put this little sticker, it's called the Peace Patch, specifically for symptoms of anxiety, right? Just high strung. And she put this little sticker on his neck, and he touched his heart and he started to cry. He's like, I've never felt so peaceful in my life. And I'm still on that level of belief. Like, is it really as cool as it sounds? But we've seen that again and again. But that experience with Ed was another one like, oh my gosh, incredible technology, chemical free. It is latest and greatest quantum technology in the marketplace. It's in every NFL locker room, which is generally the case, right? It goes into the uber wealthy or pro athletes, right? Pro athletes who are making 25 million a year. Of course, they want to protect their investments, and they get this technology first. Fortunately, we have been introduced to it, and we get to take this to the marketplace as well. So that's what we're doing. You know, the Super Patch has been incredibly life-changing. It's part of my backstory and the reason that we started a wellness business, and especially focused on the brain, is because I broke my brain back in 1999 during the dot-com boom. I thought that if I made a lot of money, if I got a big house, then I'd be a good boy. You know, I just, again, a very wounded human being. And I got the money and I got the house, and I was far from okay. I was terrified. And that's when I realized that this is an inside job. But if any of you are my age in your 50s, you remember what happened in the dot-com boom. That big bubble, it burst. And all the money that I earned went away. And I attempted to recreate that over a 2-year time frame. And I didn't sleep much. I worked, 15, 16, 17 hours a day, every hour of every day. And the way I was able to do that was by supplementing with non-legal supplements. And the brain and the nervous system just can't handle that. And so in 2003, I walked into a recovery center completely offline. I was a non-functioning adult with a wife and 3 kids. And when I got out of that recovery center, it took 2 years. It took at least 2 years for me to notice and go, oh, I had no idea how broken my brain was. And that put me on the pursuit of the best nutritionists, functional medicine doctors, the greatest doctors, and just really ultimately changing my lifestyle. And in that process, I reclaimed my brain and my nervous system, lots and lots of work, hundreds of hours of therapy, thousands of 12-step meetings, breath work, meditation. I've spent a lot of time in meditation and shadow work to clear up that trauma so that I could actually not be reactive. And I got recovered to the degree that I got a phone call from the Tony Robbins companies. They said, hey, we need somebody to help work in our business mastery department. Would you be interested? And I took that as a beautiful feather in the cap of recovery, humbly. And so I worked with Tony Robbins for 5 years. And in that process, Lori and I started bootstrapping and building Ascend Brain Center. And last April, 1 year ago, I left Tony Robbins, and we began just really putting all of our focus into Ascend Brain Center. And so when this little piece of tape, this little sticker showed up, and Lori was super excited about it because she was sharing it with her clients. They're getting amazing results, and women are crying like, oh my God, my pain is gone. It was undeniable. But I was very, very resistant to this in the beginning. But after multiple powerful testimonies and seeing people's lives change, we went all in with sharing this technology because, again, our whole intention is to help people heal their brains and bodies. And when we have a technology that can help 100 times more people 100 times faster, that just makes sense. And so ultimately this page is completely dedicated to sharing the different case studies, the different people that we interact with, some of the things, the magical stories of the before and afters. And I hope you enjoy it. And if you know of anyone who has some mental health challenges, mobility issues, pain issues, by all means, share this page with them so that they can investigate for themselves. We're very clear. Our job is not to sell anybody this stuff. Our job is to simply make it available to folks so they can make a decision for themselves how they want to, or if they want to use this technology. It's a chemical-free medicine cabinet for the future. And we've got to get away from that. Cut it out, burn it and blast it with radiation and poison it with pharmaceuticals. Got to get away from that. And this is that solution. So I'm really grateful that you take the time to watch these videos. And if you have any questions at all, by all means, just send us a message. We'd love to chat with you. Bye.